All right, we're live. We're live. Welcome back to the daily drops of Dexter Dewayne. It's a mouthful of a title, I know, but that's just what we're doing, and that's what we're gonna roll with. So, anyways, let me just pull up my 75 hard app real quick. Not gonna lie, today's been a pretty busy day. Busy in the sense of workload. So it's about 7 o'clock, and I feel like I've only done one of these things. Oh wait, no, I did take the cold shower. Follow the diet. No cheat meals. Oh yeah, 10 minutes of dedicated visuals. I did my 8. Now I just got one workout, 10 pages of reading, and a gallon of water that I have to finish. So, not too bad. We're still gonna make it. Also, side note, did get a haircut. Boom, boom. Had to bring back the waves and the fade. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about two definitions. One definition is malicious intent, and the other definition is callous disregard. So most of us are familiar with malicious intent. So the definition, let me just read it real quick. Acting with a deliberate intention to harm, injure, or cause suffering to someone else. Key characteristics: intentional and purposeful harm. Actions are often premeditated or rooted in anger, revenge, or hatred. For example, a hacker deliberately spreads a virus to ruin a company's data, knowing and intending to cause damage. So the mindset behind it is, I want to cause harm. So that's the definition of malicious intent. Now, callous disregard. Definition of that: acting without concern for the consequences or the impacts on others, often due to indifference, negligence, or apathy. Key characteristics of that: lack of empathy or care. Harm caused is often unintentional or incidental, but arises from carelessness or indifference. So, for example, a manager ignores complaints about unsafe working conditions leading to an accident. They didn't set out to harm anyone, but showed no concern for the risk involved. So the mindset is, I don't care what happens to others. So why am I talking about these two? So malicious intent, most people are not living their lives with the mentality of malicious intent when it comes to their day-to-day. Like malicious intent, they're not necessarily waking up in the morning and saying, I want to give myself cancer. I want to weigh 400 pounds. The goal usually isn't that. It's mainly callous disregard. So when it comes to eating healthy, when it comes to working out, when it comes to reading, when it comes to really anything on the day-to-day that you might not be doing, there are things you know you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing them. That's callous disregard. Means that there's a lot of people that are going to be affected by your inability to make these decisions, to build the mental fortitude to decide to do these things, and you're just not doing them. So most people are living their life based off of callous disregard. It's like, hey, I know what to do, not going to do it. Don't really care what happens at the end. This could be a financial situation. I was just talking about this earlier today. Someone knows that they have bills due at the first of the month. It's, January 1st was yesterday or 2 days ago. Yet they went to a New Year's party and blew everything they had. That first paycheck, they just dumped it all. Then the next day or the 2 days later, his bills are due. It's like, oh, I don't have the money to pay this. It's like, you knew it was coming up. You didn't save it. You didn't save the money. And now you're stuck in a situation where you're struggling. Or let's say 10,000 steps a day, right? You're supposed to walk outside 10,000 steps a day. You know that's something that's going to help you with your health, but you choose not to do it. 3 years pass by and you weigh about 200, you've got about 200 pounds of fat, or whatever the case is. It's like you knew that you were supposed to do it, but you didn't do it. So that's callous disregard. Now just imagine if we all lived malicious intent. So malicious intent would say, I want to gain 200 pounds of fat. This is going to not only ruin my life, but it's going to ruin everyone's life around me, because people are gonna have to take care of me. That type of stuff. It's like, why is it? So honestly, I don't know. I don't know why, but that's just something people do, and it's just something to be aware of. I just figured we talk about that for a quick second. So, anyways, a lot of stuff is going on. I've got somewhere I have to be tomorrow. It's going to be at a new place, and we're excited to see how everything goes. But it's also really important to take into consideration that this year is the year that I take care and focus on myself. So as people start showing up into my life with all these demands or requirements, I have to make sure that I'm blocking it, saying no. Although I care, I cannot care for you and me at the same time. I'm going to put myself first just for this year. Just for this year. Next year, maybe something else will, come arise and I'll have the availability. But this year, again, like I said, overdue for taking care of myself. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. If you need me, you're gonna have to wait. If it's really important, you're gonna have to wait. If it's real important, obviously we're not gonna let it fall. But if it's something that's not necessarily that important, you're just gonna have to wait or find someone else to do it. So, anywho's, this one's gonna be pretty short because again, I've got another workout I got to do. Still got a gallon of water. Still have a bunch of reading that I got to catch up on. So it's going to be a very short, quick memo. And also next week, I think I'm going to have a new intro. So anyways, look out for that. And that's all I got. Anyways,